What's going on, family? Welcome back to the channel. I am Corey, one half of HisHerbs, and we're just some small time, soon to be big time gardeners, growing food in the high desert of Southern California. So today, guys, you see I'm trying to hide from the sun. It's really not that bad out here. I'm exaggerating things. It's been worse. It's probably like 85. And it's got a nice breeze right here in the shade. Feels really good. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to plant some more garlic. So you guys saw the garlic harvest that we just pulled up about a week, 2 weeks ago. And I've already put some more down in that bed. The only problem is that garlic that was the garlic. I think that garlic was what we had harvested, and we kind of left it out in the elements, not necessarily in the sun, but just outside. And I just don't know if the garlic is if it's gonna do anything. We'll see though. But I planted that garlic like last week sometime. So today I'm gonna fill up the last garlic tub with some of this right here. I don't know if this is elephant garlic or not, but it's some pretty large garlic heads. So, but either way, they're getting planted today. And I wanted to talk to you guys about something in particular. See, I don't know if that's necessarily elephant garlic, but it looks like it might be. It is a soft neck variety. I don't know if elephant garlic is a soft neck or a hard neck, but either way you look at it, these mother jammers are getting planted. I wanted to talk to you guys today about the secret, because I'm going to give y'all some game. I'm about to put you guys up on game, especially if you're new gardeners. This is primarily directed towards you guys, but I'm about to put you guys up on game. I'm about to give you guys the gem, the secret, the life hack, whatever you want to call it, the garden hack. I'm about to tell you how to make sure that you get a large harvest every single year for as long as you're gardening, for forever. All right, and it's easier and simpler than you think. So let's get to it. That is the tub that we're going to be putting our last round of garlic in. And this one, that one, and that one there have already been planted in. So those are good to go. So this is going to be the last one that I'm going to put this larger garlic in. But before we do that, just wanted to show y'all something real quick. Check out these boysenberries. They're looking good, man. They are looking really, really good. Some of them are already turning the darker color that boysenberries are supposed to be. But this thing put out a lot of berries this year. So excited about that. This one isn't doing as well as it did last year, but it's still putting out berries. Look like it's struggling a little bit, like it needs some nitrogen. That's an easy fix. But yeah, just wanted to show y'all that real quick. Now let's get down to the nitty gritty. I'm not gonna sit here and keep this secret to myself and make you watch this entire video before I get down to what you guys came here for. So I'm gonna give you guys the secret to big harvest every single year for the rest of your lives, or the rest of your gardening lives, anyway. And that secret is actually no secret at all. The secret is actually to just plant more food. That's it. That's it, y'all. That's the secret. Plant more food. Plant more plants. And I know some of you guys are probably upset with me right now, feeling like this is a clickbait. This is not clickbait. I feel like this is definitely worth saying, because a lot of people don't understand, especially when you first start gardening, right? You don't know what to expect in terms of how much a plant will put out. So you think that, I honestly think that most people don't think about it. They don't think about, if you're think back first time gardening, the first time that you started gardening. I don't think most people think about how much food they're going to get off of an individual plant. So I planted a tomato plant. I don't think about how many tomatoes I'm going to get off that plant. I just want to get tomatoes, right? And if that's your first year gardening, you know, you're not going to think about that until year two, right? Perhaps, or halfway through your current growing season, right? So it's not that it's not common sense, or most people already know that, have that information. I think most people just don't think about it. Okay, that's being honest, because I know I didn't. I know when we first started gardening, it was just about planting some food and having everything grow, and that's it. And it wasn't until you get into it, you get into the thick of it, where you're like, okay, how many peppers am I going to get out of this pepper plant? Is it going to be enough for me to be able to do what I want to do? And I know and I understand that not everybody wants to feed a large family like we do. We got a large family, so of course, the more we have to plant more to get more, just to feed our family. But I think it's important for, especially the new gardener, to understand, like, when you first walk into this, know what your intentions are for what you're planting, so that you can plant the right amount of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way of getting around that. Like, if you don't plant enough, you're not going to get enough. You're going to get something, but you're not going to get what you want. Look how big that clove is. It's crazy. And I'll put it right up in here, about 2 to 3 inches down, 4 inches down. Maybe not quite 4, maybe more closer to the 2 to 3 range. But planting a lot to get a lot. Okay, and like I said, I know it sounds intuitive, like, of course, but like I said, I don't think most people think about that. They just be happy to get what they plant to actually come up and see some results. They're not, like I said, they're not thinking about how much they need in order to eat for a year, if that's what they even care about. Okay, and I know I'm not saying that's the only thing that you have to think about, but that is the number one and the primary thing that you have to think about. I know there's some tips and tricks and things that you can do to get your harvest to be a little bit bigger, like with tomatoes or peppers. You can prune tomato plants. You can top the pepper plants to make them put out more peppers. Yes, but that tomato or that pepper plant is only going to put out so many tomatoes or peppers. It's not, you can't make that one plant put out a year's worth of tomatoes in one grow season. Like, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen that way, right? And I know y'all understand what I'm saying. I know you guys understand exactly what I'm saying. So like I said, there are some tips and tricks that you can use to um, improve the yield on an individual plant. Yes, but if you have a pepper plant and you're able to top that pepper plant and do things to it to make it so that it puts out, let's say, uh, 10, 15, 20 peppers off of one plant, right, in a season. Well, imagine how many you can get if you had two pepper plants, three pepper plants, four pepper plants, right? Um, and that's all I'm saying, y'all. That's all I'm saying. It's like I said, what I'm saying is no big secret, is nothing like that. It's just simply getting you guys, if you haven't already, to start leaning forward with your thinking in terms of what you're planning on planting, what you want to get out of your garden, and how to get there, right? So if you want an abundant harvest every year, and it actually matters to you how much you get out of your garden, start thinking now about, okay, how many people are in my family? How many of these do I need per person in my family per day? And that's how many I'm going to need to plant. Now, if you don't have the space to accommodate all that, don't worry about it. Just plant what you can plant. Just throw in there. Just throw in there what you can throw in there and forget about it. Get it harvested, the whole nine. That's all that you can do. Yeah, I had to move out of the sun because I didn't want the phone to overheat and cut off on me. So I had to relocate to the shade because my phone ain't got a hat on like this. It's not well protected like I am. Yeah, so like I said, just if you don't have the space, it's important that you guys think about succession planting, right? That's going to be a big deal. That's going to be a big help with you guys in your garden to maximizing what you can get out of your garden. If you're unfamiliar with what succession planting is, it's just simply having a schedule for what you plant and when you're going to plant it. So let's say with potatoes, sweet potatoes, they take anywhere from 90 to 120 days to harvest. Sometimes sweet potatoes can take a little bit longer too, but 90 to 120 days. Okay, so you got 4 months. If you put potatoes in February, March, April, May, June, let's say February, like us this year, we put our potatoes in February 25th. So let's say we go June 25th would be our would be the day that we actually harvested our potatoes if we rolled out for the whole 120 days. Okay, the whole 4 months we rolled out for that entire time. So that then I know about halfway through there, about May-ish, I need to start chitting some more potatoes. I need to start chitting more potatoes so that as I harvest the first round of potatoes, I already have my next batch of potatoes ready to go in. As soon as those come out, I can amend the soil, drop in another batch of potatoes, and now I can ride out from June, July, August, September, October, right? In our grow zone, we can go into October, close to October. At the earliest, we're looking at September, okay? But that's succession planting, being able to have more plants ready to go into the ground when you pull the old ones out. So anyway, I just wanted to drop in and lay that on you, on your mind real quick, just so, like I said, if you hadn't already thought about that, then now it's on your mind. If you appreciate this content, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. Drop a comment below. Tell me what you think about what we just said. Like, what's been your claim to fame? What's been your secret? Not just in the sense of growing more, but if you also have any tips or tricks to actually get your plants to produce more, that will be helpful to myself and to the garden community as well. So so we appreciate you guys watching, and we will see y'all in the next video. Deuces.